two shootings. Two shootings happened in Seattle. One in Lakewood and one in near a marketplace. Two shootings? Really? In Lakewood, multiple people shot. Multiple. It was considered a mass shooting. And now, in a Pike Place market, an individual shot and killed another person, injuring another one. And near around that same time frame, there was stabbings. I don't know what's going on in Seattle, but damn, yesterday night was not good. This mass shooting that happened in Lakewood, in Harry Todd Park, it was brutal. I got the videos to show you. I got images. I got some updates. It's just Washington is it's getting hectic. So two shootings in Washington, one in Seattle, one in Lakewood. Let's get into these details. This is insane. This is crazy. Two shootings. One mass shooting in Lakewood, one shooting in Seattle. Let's just jump straight to this. This is madness.
We begin with breaking news in both Lakewood and Seattle tonight. We are tracking two separate shootings. 7 people were shot at a park in Lakewood, 3 people shot in downtown Seattle. We'll begin in Lakewood, where the first shooting happened at Harry Todd Park. That's on American Lake, right off I-5. King 5's Jim Nelson live on the scene, where he just spoke with some witnesses a short time ago. Jim, what'd you learn?
Yeah, Greg, we've also spoken with a spokesperson for the Lakewood Police Department. We've now confirmed that there are a total of 7 victims. 5 of them were transported to area hospitals by West Pierce Fire. Another 2 either showed up on their own or got their own ride to hospitals. Now, that spokesperson, again, with the Lakewood Police Department, said investigators are still trying to figure out how this started, but he described it as perhaps a situation where people were just trying to wreak havoc, suggesting they could have been popping off shots for no apparent reason. This is a pretty good-sized park along American Lake, and the early estimate from police is that there were 100, maybe 200 people here just before 8 o'clock when shots were fired. Victims were found both inside and outside of the park, so that gives you some idea of the work investigators have to do as far as combing through this surface area to find more clues. One witness told me it sounded like a volley of gunshots. Another told me she had just gotten here a few minutes before the shots rang out.
The person that was standing behind me got shot and fell to the ground, and he started bleeding everywhere. And then next thing you know, you hear everybody screaming, crying, parents saying, "Where's my kids?" Trying to find their kids. And it was just a very awful experience.
Again, 7 victims total. We're told 3 of them were transported in critical condition, likely getting that classification for where on the body they were shot and the potential for blood loss. However, that spokesperson said that he believes all of the victims are likely to survive at this point, but we have not gotten an official word from medical professionals. Again, they were taken to 3 separate hospitals. I've also just been told that detectives left the scene to go to those hospitals to try to get as much information as they can. At this point, nobody has been arrested. Live in Lakewood, Jim Nelson, King 5 News.
No one has been arrested so far. No one. The mass shooting that happened in Lakewood was brutal. I was reading comments and hearing stories that people were shot on the leg, the arm, the back, the upper thigh. Didn't I just report this yesterday, that this shooting that just happened yesterday? I have so far covered a mass shooting every single day. Every single day. And this marks the 3rd or 4th day. Those 2 people that are in critical condition, prayers up for them, because those are the only 2 that are in critical out of 7. 5 are expected to survive. Expected to survive. In Seattle, there was a shooting there where someone died. This happened literally around the same time yesterday evening. Hence why I'm reporting this today afternoon, morning. I have video footage of the shooting that happened in Lakewood. Now, I can show you because it's not graphic, but damn, the scene is hectic. I'm going to show you the video. Matter of fact, yeah, let's just watch it now. Let's just watch it now. And then we're going to get to the presser. All right, guys. Everybody, if you haven't, hit the like button. Hit subscribe if you're brand new and consider sharing this. Welcome to University, True Crime Trending Topics podcast. Let's get this a watch. Also, Tammy, you did get your crown. Thank you for the super chat. Congratulations, Tammy. You deserve it. You deserve it. Welcome. He said he has a gun. So this guy... Oh, that's enforcement. Okay. Damn, run for your life. They're literally, people are just sitting there and they're saying, run. I mean, Jesus Christ, he has a gun and he's running. And I heard that law enforcement got the wrong, one of the officers got the wrong person. That's unfortunate. Now, this video is right when it happened. So, everybody, just watch. I don't understand people, bro. Yeah. That's crazy. Look at all these people. They have to hide. Look at them. Look at them. On a small bank, they just have to look at that. That's crazy to me. Oh my gosh. And that's just one shooting that happened literally around that same time frame as the Seattle shooting. Let's get some information, chat.
Welcome back. Here on Live Now from Fox, 9:16 on the East Coast and 6:16 on the West Coast. Take a look at this video on your screen as we are following a developing story coming in out of Washington State. Several people appear to be in critical condition after a mass shooting at a park. The scene over in Lakewood, that's about 40 miles southwest of Seattle. Sean Chitness with our Fox 13 Seattle team has been following all of the details here and developments and joins us live with the latest. Good morning, Sean. What do we know and what's still left to figure out?
Hey, Josh, good morning. Well, we are just outside of that park where police had maintained a presence for several hours overnight into this morning. They've just cleared the scene, but a lot for them still to figure out. As you mentioned, several people shot, injured, and waiting to get an update on their condition. There were 7 people in all who we know were shot. There could be more. We're still waiting to learn those details. 3 in critical condition, and all of them were able to get to the hospital. Now, some had to be rushed by first responders, others able to get to the hospital on their own. This all happened around 8 p.m. yesterday, and while it is raining where we are right now, it's important to note that yesterday was the warmest day of the year so far in the Seattle area, so lots of people had come out to enjoy the weather. Families were here, and that made for a crowded scene at this park, and then it obviously turned chaotic as people were learning about the shooting, trying to get away from the area, and police responding. We did have the chance to talk to one witness. Here's what she said it was like to be inside the park at the time.
Somebody behind me got shot, and we were only there for like 5 minutes, and we went to go grab our things, and we had a baby with us, and they went to go hide behind a tree with a whole bunch of other families who were guarding their babies.
Well, this all happened around 8 p.m. yesterday, and while it is raining where we are right now, it's important to note that yesterday was the warmest day of the year so far in the Seattle area, so lots of people had come out to enjoy the weather. Families were here, and that made for a crowded scene at this park, and then it obviously turned chaotic as people were learning about the shooting, trying to get away from the area, and police responding. We did have the chance to talk to one witness. Here's what she said it was like to be inside the park at the time.
Somebody behind me got shot, and we were only there for like 5 minutes, and we had a baby with us,
And so this morning we are waiting to learn more about the conditions of those who are injured, as well as where police are in their investigation. For now, we know that they haven't identified any suspects or made any arrests, but because there were so many people in the park yesterday, it's likely that they will be able to get in touch with more witnesses and hopefully learn more later today. Josh, back to you.
And I can't even imagine being in the park as all of that is unfolding there. Sean, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. We'll, of course, keep in touch as you gather more details.
Now, that did happen in a park, guys. A park where there's kids and family, everybody having fun. It was a regular time, like any park you would go to. This happened in Lakewood, Washington, Harry Todd Park, and within Lakewood. And then random shots. I mean, look at this. Tony says, now I'm scared to go to work because I actually work outside. You could be working outside near a park and then boom, boom, boom. Look what happened with the guy who was just sleeping on his bed where there was gunfire. The bullet went straight all the way across the street. It went through the wall, through his bedroom, and hit him while he was sleeping, and he died while his wife woke up right next to him in the morning. Hey, babe, good morning. To find out he's like this with blood coming out of his mouth. He died overnight in his sleep. You could be anywhere within a mass shooting and be a victim. It's sickening. Now 7 people shot, 2 to 3 in critical condition. This is fucked up. And then I'm pretty sure you guys didn't even hear about this story. This happened in the evening going to the next day. It's wild. Tammy with the 2 says these shootings will just get worse in time. I mean, today is the existence of it being worse over time. I just did a mass shooting yesterday and the day before that. Now 2 shootings overnight to today within Washington, Lakewood, and Seattle. It's madness. Some men just want to watch the world burn at this point. Let's get
unfolding
into
at Harry Todd Park. Which
guys, hit that like button if you haven't. I would appreciate that so much. And hit the subscribe if you are brand new. Let's get into it. Again, thank you, Tony, for the 5 gifted. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. 20 gifted from who? Who is that? Nirvana? With the 20 gifted subs. Oh, my gosh.
another one.
Jesus. Nirvana, thank you so much. I'm humbly thankful, and I don't deserve that. Oh, my God. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. From the bottom of my heart, can we please say thank you to Nirvana, please? Oh my gosh. Holy chicken strips. What the hell? What the heck? What the heck? Is that Jesus Christ? Nirvana, thank you so much.
Which is near American Lake. Fire crews tell us. And we begin tonight.
All right, guys, breaking news. Let's get back to the information of this mass shooting. Also, another shooting in Seattle. Also the stabbings that took place as well. Oh, my gosh. Nirvana, you caught me off guard with that.
With breaking news, multiple people have been rushed to the hospital after a shooting in Lakewood. The situation is unfolding at Harry Todd Park, which is near American Lake. Fire crews tell us they are there, and the scene is still very active. So thanks for joining us for the news at 10. I'm David Rose. Let's get right to it.
And I'm Sabir Rayford. Fox 13's Nia Wong, you've been out there on the scene for about an hour, and though details are limited, you spoke with a witness.
You know, based on what witnesses tell me, it was a very frightening scene out here not too long ago. But for the official details, joining me is Sergeant Porsche with Lakewood PD. So, Sergeant, what can you tell us about this scene?
Very hectic tonight. So, obviously, with kind of the second day of some really nice weather here for us, the park was very, very crowded this evening. And then we first got some phone calls just before 8 o'clock that shots have been fired down here.
Do you know how many people were shot? I mean, what led to this?
We do not know yet what led to it. So far, we've had reports of 7 victims. 5 of them were transported either from inside the park or just out here on the exterior, and the 2 others self-walked into the hospitals.
Okay, were they alive when you sent them to the hospital?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to the scene over here, I can see investigators still actively working to find out whatever they can. Have any arrests been made tonight?
No, there hasn't been any suspects identified yet.
Okay. How long is your crew going to be out here investigating, and what else should the public know at this point?
So right now I don't know a solid time on how long they're going to be here. Most of the investigators have just shortly arrived, so it's going to take whatever time for them to process the scenes out here, and then they'll start doing some interviews and whatnot. So it'll probably be a few hours before they're done. And then as far as the public, we're doing everything that we can to find out who was involved in this. We don't believe right now that there's any other concerns for the general community, but we're going to do, like I said, everything that we can to hunt down these folks.
Okay. And before we go, I understand that, these victims were sent to the hospital alive, but can you tell us a little bit more about their conditions?
I don't know a ton about them. I know that 3 of the 5 that were transported from here were in critical condition, but it sounds like a lot of that was because of where they were shot and the abundance of care that it could potentially take to make sure that they survive and that they're okay. But everybody, as far as I know, does not have immediate life-threatening concerns.
Okay, Sergeant Porsche, thank you so much for taking time during this investigation to speak with us. Coming up at 10:30, we're going to hear more from that witness I told you about earlier. For now, live in Lakewood, Nia Wong, Fox 13 News.
And we had that presser here today, guys, that's going to actually tell us what happened here. What happened in Lakewood? Why would this person go to a park where there's family, kids, children, people having a good time, mothers? Shooting that you randomly shot 7 people? Did you target someone because you must be a terrible shot? Or you woke up insane to think that you can just shoot 7 innocent people? Where again, they were shot in the leg, the arm, the back, the thigh. Multiple people shot, and now 2. I thought it was 2, excuse me, because I read a report. But they say now 3 in critical condition because of the location of where they're shot. Just like what happened in Philly, where somebody was shot in the nose, the head, the chest, where people succumb to their injuries. These are severe injuries. This is terrible. Now, Breezy with the 5 super chat, she says, we are about to move to level 6 of 2025. Breezy, welcome to the stream, and thank you for the 5 super chat. I really appreciate that very much, Breezy. Thank you. Breezy is so sweet. Bite Me says with the 5 super chat, Nova City, I appreciate you very much for bringing us the latest news, events live. Thank you so much. You rock. Buttercup sends hugs and Buttercup. Oh, tell Buttercup I said hi. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Lucky One with the 5 super chat. Thank you, Lucky One. I really appreciate that. So much for the 5 super chat. Now, somebody said in the comments that they were close to this. Like, did you hear this happening? Like, was you around it? Did people talk? Like, what happened? I see there's people in the comments that were actually near this. That's insane. Please, guys, be careful. Stay safe, because the person that did this mass shooting, not in custody. Not in custody. We're also going to piggyback on what happened in Ohio, where this individual, the passenger of a van, fled the scene, turned around while the police was chasing him, and shot them up. 1 shot in the ankle and 1 shot in the chest. There has been an update for that shooting. I'm going to show you that right after this. But here comes that presser on the event that took place in Lakewood. Also, the shooting that took place in Seattle, in Washington, the same state, where 2 people were shot. I'm going to show that as well. Also, a stabbing in Washington. Guys, I have a lot to show. We ain't done. This is crazy. I used to live in Lake Washington when I was in the military. I'm glad you're okay. You're not there now. From downtown. Thank you for the 5. I'm glad you're okay. Seriously. Vamp Girl with the 199 says, I appreciate all your heart. Guys, this is so much super chats. Thank you so much. Thank you, Vamp Girl. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, guys, let's hit that like button. Let's hit that share, and let's see this is the most recent update from what I got so far. Tony, you are killing it. Thank you so much, Tony. I appreciate that. Thank you.
So shortly before 8 o'clock this evening, we started getting some phone calls of shots fired here at the park. So officers came down here. Very, very hectic scene. Lots of people were here. A number of them had started to try to get out of the park after the shots had gone off. So the officers went into the park trying to figure out what was going on and found a number of victims from gunshot wounds. So the fire department was directed in. There were 5 people total that were transported. Most of them were inside the park. There were a couple that were outside of the park that had tried to make their way out that were located, and they were transported as well. Since officers had been here on scene, there have been 2 additional victims that self-transported to area hospitals that identified that they were victims of the shooting that happened here in the park.
What are people saying about this? I mean, it was packed with people, gorgeous evening. What's your understanding of who the shooters might be, or the nature of this, if you know?
How many shooters?
Actually, so far we don't. So they're working through that. It sounds like they have a few people that stuck around that they're able to speak to. But so far we have not made any connections between the shooters and the victims. If this was something that was targeted, if it was completely random, they're still working through that right now.
And no information, obviously, on the shooters. Right?
Correct. Yeah, the very, very basic information on who they were and that they fled. It's whether they were on foot or in cars. So far, we don't know.
Okay. Beyond kind of the nuts and bolts of this, I mean, this was a packed park. There was a lot of people here. 7 people as bad as it is, obviously. But I mean,
but it's also the people that got shot in Seattle. In addition.
This seems like one of the worst case scenarios, a spot where families gather, it's packed, and this happens. Elaborate on that.
Absolutely. Right now, we've had these couple days here where the sun finally came out, and it's been a gorgeous time for people to get out and enjoy the park, the lake, and then you have something like this that happens. And so it is one of the great tragedies, right? You don't want anybody to get shot. And then you end up with 7 different victims that happen out of this act of violence that so far we don't know why. We're going to do everything that we can to figure that out and definitely find the people that were responsible for it. But yeah, it's an absolute tragedy that something like this happens on such a great day, beautiful day.
For sure. Along those lines, just last question. Appreciate this. I mean, describe the intensity of this emergency when you guys got here. It's such a packed park. There's a lot of families. Describe the commotion when you guys got here.
So a lot of everything going on, right? There are people that are trying to get out of here. There are people that are screaming for help, whether it's themselves that had been injured during all of this, or many people that are trying to direct officers to the victims that they've seen, and the number of phone calls that are, going into 911, the number of people that are trying to get the attention of all the officers here, and them trying to make sure that they're safe so that they can render aid to those people that they are able to, and make the scene safe enough for the fire department and the medics to get in here to provide that next stage of care. So yeah, when you have probably 100-200 people here, it is absolute chaos for a little while.
For sure. This is the last question, promise you. In terms of the overall investigation, I mean, is the public, you don't know yet if the public is at risk or not.
I wouldn't think that the public's at risk. Even if this was a random incident, I think it was something that happened here. I mean, was for whatever reason, this was their focus today. And so I don't think that they're going to run around here looking for other people, on the street corner to do harm to.
Okay. When was the last time you dealt with something like this, of this magnitude? It's pretty rare?
With this number of victims, yes. Yeah. I've been to my fair share of shootings, but generally it's 1 or 2 people, that have been in an altercation generally with somebody else. There have been a number of very random, where people get upset with somebody and they crank off some rounds and they hit people that they weren't intending to hit. But to have 7 victims is a big number.
For sure. Yeah. We'll let you. We're 5 minutes away from a live shot. Thank you.
You know what? I commend this officer. This was a transparent, brief, informative presser. People are expected to survive, but these 2 or 3 people, they change it. I pray to God that they will come out okay. Because the shooting that took place, guys, when I tell you right around that same time, but in Seattle, the person died. They didn't survive. Now, a park filled with kids, God forbid the outcry if a child didn't survive. A beautiful mother. That was informative. That was just Lakewood that I showed you. That mass shooting. I didn't even show you what happened in Seattle. 10 p.m. outside Four Seasons, First and Union. Suspect shot 2 victims. Citizen with a concealed carry permit saw this happen and killed the shooter. If it's not the drama, it's the tea, it's the outcomes of these situations. A citizen with a concealed carry permit saw it, saw the shooter, and shot him. Two were taken to the HMC with life-threatening injuries. We're going to get into those details right now. You know what? Let's go straight to the video about this happening. Shelly, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Guys, I don't know what. Did you guys wake up happy today? Because. Thank you so much. Guys, I really don't deserve this. This is so much. Thank you so much. Nirvana, what are you, dude? You're on a. Who is this person? Nirvana. I was in the middle of a mass shooting myself. The Madden tournament shooting at the. You was at the Yo! You're talking about the kid that lost in Madden. He lost. Wait, are you talking about the skinny white boy with the white curly? He had like a black hoodie or something like that. He played a video game, Madden, right? And he lost. So he went to his book bag. He pulled out a gun and shot the guy that beat him in the video game. Yo, that was caught live. Are you was there? Yo! You was there? That shit was heartbreaking. Oh. So you're a blessing that you're here, Nirvana. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, by the way, for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Yo, guys, you know what? Let me know if you guys want me to do a private podcast on that. Let me know. That was crazy. I remember I did a video on that a long time ago. That was crazy. Oh my gosh. Nirvana, you're a blessing you're here. That's crazy. Elizabeth with the 1999. Elizabeth, thank you so much. Elizabeth, how are you, by the way? For a lot of coffee to keep you going with all the great work you do. And you need to eat. Thank you. I did eat. I ate blueberries and watermelon and Swiss chard today, and we're with raw eggs. So I think I'm okay for now. But the coffee, yes, Elizabeth, you got it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. You're so sweet. Thank you. Nirvana, I'm glad you're okay, man. That's crazy. Tony, again, thank you for the 5, Tony, and I hope you're having a good day. Elizabeth, thank you so much. Okay, let's get back to where now the second shooting, additional information with the mass shooting.
Police are still investigating a deadly overnight shooting in downtown Seattle.
Now we're talking about downtown Seattle. This happened right around where the park, not where, but that time frame. When that sun was setting in Lakewood, right after this shooting, this happened.
The suspect is dead, shot by a bystander. That's according to police as he was taking off from that scene. Kumos Theronzon is live where it happened at First and Union with the latest information. Theron?
Yeah, you can see the police are still very much here on the scene. They've been out here collecting evidence throughout the night. Now, police tell us they were on the scene here near the Four Seasons Hotel within 2 minutes of the shots being fired, but it was someone out for the evening who stopped the suspected shooter. The gunfire rang out just after 10 last night. When it was over, police say one person was dead and 2 others were seriously hurt. According to investigators, it all started with an argument between 3 people. One of those involved shot the 2 others, according to police. That's when we're told another person, who happened to be nearby, pulled out their gun, which they were legally carrying, and shot the suspect. The suspect died at the hospital.
The person who we believe fired on the 2 individuals and was fleeing the scene when he encountered the private citizen.
We're told the person who shot the suspect is cooperating with police. What is not known yet is just what the argument was about that led up to shots being fired. And again, a lot of questions still to be answered this morning. Just who was involved and if the 2 people shot by the suspect will survive. They're in grave condition, we understand. Now, from the Seattle Fire Department, they were called to the scene to treat some teenage males. So again, that's all we really know about who was involved.
All right, Theron, we'll wait to learn more answers to those questions today. Thank you.
Also developing in downtown Seattle, a stabbing ending a man's life. This happened just a few blocks away from that shooting at almost the exact same time. First responders were called to 5th Avenue and Pike Street around 10:15 last night. We're told firefighters found a man bleeding in an alley nearby. They tried to get him to the hospital, but he died before he got there. Police say this started with a fight between 2 men and ended when one of them pulled out a knife and stabbed the other.
There you go. You see, this is what I was talking about. This was Washington, you are on fire today, literally. Raiden, thank you so much for the 10 stars. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Officers say the suspect stayed at the scene and cooperated with police in their investigation. They also found a knife at that crime scene.
5:04, and from the live desk, let's dig into some of the crime numbers for Seattle now. Police have now responded to more than 200 shootings so far this year citywide. At least 7 of them have turned deadly.
Wait, what? Wait a minute. Chat, is these numbers real? Are these numbers real?
Nevesity, we love you.
Oh, I love you too, Watson. Thank you for the $10 Cash App. Thank you so much. Watson, that's so sweet. Thank you, Watson. I appreciate that. Wait, but we are just almost half the year.
Number of shootings citywide topped 700 last year, nearly matching the total from 2023. Fewer than 700 were reported in 2022 and even fewer than that in 2021. Just last month, you remember Police Chief Sean Barnes unveiled a new plan to address violent crime across the city. The immediate violent crime prevention and enforcement plan followed several shootings back then in Seattle. It includes increased patrols using additional officers, random hours to deter crime. The chief said SPD would also prioritize the arrest of repeat offenders and the enforcement of gun crimes and similar offenses. That includes working closely with federal agencies to get illegal gun and drug networks off the city streets.
And now to Pierce County, where Lakewood police say they are investigating one of the most serious crime scenes they have seen in years. Right now, 7 people are hurt after a shooting at...
You see, all of this happened. That's why they're covering all the events. Now she's jumping to the 7 people that got
Harry
shot.
Todd Park in Lakewood. Police say the shooter or shooters are still out there. This happened just before 8 o'clock last night near American Lake near Joint Base Lewis McChord. When police arrived, they found 5 shooting victims at the park. Later on, 2 more shooting victims showed up at the hospital. When shots rang out, police say countless people made a mad dash to try to escape the violence.
It's kind of scary. It's traumatizing. I wouldn't want any of my kids to get hurt, especially through walking around or playing at the park with their siblings, so it's really scary.
Police say they don't know if this was a targeted shooting or if it was random. Anyone with information about what happened is asked to call Lakewood Police immediately.
I mean, if you have a weapon and then you go in and look for said target, wouldn't you aim and try to shoot that individual? Last time I checked, if I have a weapon, I'm not going to go out guns blazing and thinking, oh, 7 people are grouped in a park, which that shooter didn't care. What target did you miss to hit 7 people? No, seriously, let's talk about it. Come on now. There were people scrambling, running. You said target. People are just built stupid, honestly, at this point. You don't go to a park and do such a crazy act. Mia with the 5. She says, just because you're the best, no. Hi, Mia. I appreciate you. And again, I saw your purple crown. You just hit 12 months. Congratulations on your 1-year anniversary as a member. That's big. Congratulations, Mia. And thank you so much. I appreciate that, Mia. Where was that at, right? That was where this happened. Let's take a look. So yeah, this guy, this bystander just whipped out his gun and shot this guy. Like, hey, guys, stay strapped.
Developing this morning, a suspect is dead and 2 other people in grave.
Union and Alcamos Theronzon joined.
Was taking some video and noticed that building you see there, that residential building across the street from the Four Seasons, riddled with bullets this morning. Detectives again out here all night collecting that evidence, and we're told it was someone not connected to the original shooting that eventually shot and killed the suspect. It's still not known just what happened before shots were fired in the heart of downtown Seattle overnight. But police say there was an argument between 3 people. One person pulled out a gun and shot the 2 others. When the suspect tried to run away, police say another person who happened to be in the area and legally carrying a gun shot the suspect. The shooter died at Harborview Medical Center. The 2 others who were shot are still there, seriously hurt.
Guys, do you think that the person who was legally carrying his weapon, he's a citizen, is he justified? Is he a hero? I'm not saying he's not, but I'm saying, like, you know, I want interaction with in the comments where people we're talking here. What do you guys think? Is he a hero? Was that justified? Look at Mustard Mama. She's with the quickness. She said, yes, Nove. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Elizabeth again. Guys. Since when y'all balling like this? Elizabeth, again, thank you. The hell? Elizabeth is not playing today. No, I know. Guys, I'm just asking a question. I'm not saying that he's not. I know I just read a comment. Somebody said, no, come on. No, I'm looking for interactions. I want your opinion. That's all. I'm not saying he's wrong. No, I think he's in the right because he could have shot or harmed anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Elizabeth, thank you. Cynical Moms, thank you so much. Yes, 100%. Yep. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Guys, let's take a break from Seattle real quick. Not Seattle, excuse me. Let's take a break off from Washington. Ladies and gentlemen, they have the suspect's face. The person that shot the 2 officers. You guys want to see him? You guys want the update? The suspect that is at large, where he has an extensive criminal history, where he is dangerous. Guys, let's take a break from Washington real quick over the mass shooting. Just a quick second. Lend me your ears. Give me your attention. Everybody in this chat right now. Let's look at this update. Everybody, do me a favor. Can you hit the like button, please? I would appreciate that so much. Tony with the 2 says, thank you for your donation. Tony, no, thank you for your donation, man. Tony, you guys are going wild today. I don't deserve this at all. Last one, Tony. That's it, guys. You guys are all grounded. No more super chats.
Just pulled up to the scene minutes ago, and as we were driving up, an ambulance passed us with a fire truck right behind it. I want to show you what we're seeing because it's incredibly busy. There are at least 25 police cars here, mainly Columbus police cruisers, some undercover vehicles, as well as fire trucks and ambulances. This is in the Mifflin Township area on the northeast side of Columbus. We are at the intersection of Agler Road and Purdue Road, but you can see the scene spans several blocks. box. Officers have it taped off right now. I have called several people to try to get more information about exactly what happened, but as you can see, the investigation is active, so I haven't heard back from anyone just yet. We also saw a police helicopter circling the area for minutes. It just left, so you can't see it or hear it right now, but it was clearly searching while it was above this specific area, right above this active scene. There are a lot of people out here right now, dozens of people trying to figure out what's going on and making sure that they're safe being out here. But police are not talking to anyone at this time because they're working hard at this scene. We will be live out here through the night, and we'll let you know as soon as we find out more information, because this is developing as I speak. Again, a very active scene here at Agler and Purdue Road on the northeast side of Columbus. Live on your side, I'm Isabel Hanson, ABC 6 News.
Isabel, stay there for us right now. I just want to reset this thing, and I'm going to come back to you and ask you a few more questions. Again, right now, we're learning that 2 Mifflin Township police officers have been shot. Initial information is that this happened following a traffic stop. Now, we know again that this happened right where Isabel is, Mecca Road and Purdue Avenue. That's west of Westerville Road in northeast Columbus. Now, if you can, we have video. Let's take this video right now. This is a look at video from Grant Hospital just within the last 20 minutes. Those officers are being rushed there right now for emergency treatment. We're working to get their condition. We're also getting word from a number of sources tonight that 2 suspects have been taken into custody. Again, this information coming from sources. We need to get this confirmed from police this evening, though. We do have crews spread out across the area tonight following this story. Again, we have a team at Grant where those officers are being rushed right now for emergency treatment. We're working to get immediate information from hospital staff, and we also have that crew on the scene of this shooting gathering information. And I want to go back out to Isabel Hanson live for us right now to kind of walk us through what she's seeing at that scene. Obviously, Isabel.
Now I'm going to pause that right there because I wanted to show you that for 2 minutes to recap yesterday. So you heard what she said, and the acre as well. I'm here to tell you the latest updates and now to show you the guy responsible for the shooting. Okay, this happened in northeast Columbus, Ohio, where a passenger and a driver. The driver was detained. Right when they approached the vehicle, the passenger left, ran, police chased him on foot. He turned around, took out his weapon, started shooting, hit one officer in the ankle, I believe. The second officer was in critical condition because he got shot in the chest. Now, depending on the weapon caliber, it could fracture your chest. Again, it all depends. So this person took out his gun, shot the second officer, who he was rushed for an emergency surgery, where even today, we don't know his condition, but he is expected to be okay. Expected. There's a difference. Now, who was responsible? They were looking everywhere for this man. Guys, they even caught the wrong person. They detained the wrong individual. They were everywhere. But now we got his face. And now I'm going to show you who he is. Breezy says, haha, you think you can ground me? I do what I want. Can somebody please ground Breezy and tell her to stop? Thank you, Breezy.
Breaking news from NBC4.
Got his face.
And we are following breaking news this morning. 2 Mifflin Township police officers are in the hospital this morning after being shot last night near the northeast side of Columbus. Thank you for waking up with NBC4 today. I'm Matt Barnes.
And I'm Monica Day. The Franklin County Sheriff's Office says the suspect is still on the run and believed to be armed and dangerous. Let's get right out to Brett Mills, who is joining us live with the very latest. Brett?
Brother, we can't hear you. You had one job. It was to mic this man up. 2 Mifflin Township police officers. This is the guy. Franklin County Sheriff's Office.
Having a look.
Last seen wearing a gray shirt and camo pants. This is Devontae Dixon, 21 years old.
A little trouble with Brett's audio there, but we'll let you know. Police are currently looking for this man, 21-year-old Devontae Dixon. He was last seen wearing a gray shirt and camo pants. Sheriff Dallas Baldwin says he is armed and dangerous, and anyone in the area of Purdue and Mecca need to be careful. But what we know right now is the start of the traffic stop in the area of Purdue Avenue and Mecca Road around 6:45 last night.
When officers approached the passenger, believed to be Dixon, the passenger bailed. The driver stayed on the scene. Officers tried to pursue the suspect, but when he turned around, that's when he started shooting, striking the two Mifflin Township police officers. The injured officers were taken to the hospital. One of them was in critical condition. Now, they've both been upgraded to stable. The other officer is also listed as stable. Franklin County Sheriff Dallas Baldwin says that the driver has been cooperating with investigators.
Now, all of this comes after a Morrow County deputy was shot and killed responding to a domestic violence call earlier this week.
2 days after a deputy was shot and killed, it just drives home to everybody the dangers that officers and deputies face every day. This was just a simple traffic stop, and unknown why that the passenger got out and just suddenly turned and opened fire. But it just shows the dangers that our guys face every day.
And two Columbus police officers were injured when they crashed their cruiser responding to the officer in trouble call. They are also in stable condition.
Isn't this the worst bad luck possible? Did you guys see this wreckage? Listen to what he just said. There were two officers responding, and they were in a wreckage. Look at that. I heard this was brutal. This was brutal.
Yeah.
And two Columbus police officers were injured when they crashed their cruiser responding to the officer in trouble call. They are also in stable condition. Now, the Mifflin Township Police Chief tells us, again, their officer had been upgraded to stable condition. He did sustain severe injuries, though, and has a long road to recovery ahead.
Okay,
Franklin County Sheriff's Office is conducting this investigation along with Ohio BCI. And, of course, we will keep you updated with more on air and online. And you can always, of course, get more information with that news app. The NBC4 News app will bring you all the latest
I'm so glad he's okay. Whew. Police officer, civilian, no one deserves to be shot when they're just doing their job. It's just not, it's not fair. It's not fair at all. Rachel says, you're not the boss of us. I know that, Rachel. I know that. You got it. You won. Thank you for the 5 super chat. You guys are bullies, bro. I swear to God, yo.
We start with breaking news. The Franklin County Sheriff's Office is searching for this man, Devontae Dixon.
All right, guys. Devontae Dixon. Oh, I called him Devontae Dickhead. Who was guys? He's very dangerous. His history is crazy.
He's accused of shooting 2 Mifflin Township police officers and is considered armed and dangerous. The 2 Mifflin officers who were shot are being treated right now at Grant Hospital in downtown Columbus. That's where we find 10 TV's Amy Steigerwald. She leads us off this morning. Amy.
Good morning. Yeah, this is obviously a very developing situation. As you mentioned, both officers this morning still recovering here at Grant Medical Center. One listed as stable, the other listed in critical condition. That is according to the sheriff's office. Now, we did see a Mifflin Township car outside this hospital a little bit earlier. That is no longer the case. But just to kind of back things up, this all started during a traffic stop last night, just before 7 o'clock. Officers stopped a car at the intersection of Mecca and Purdue, and just about 4 minutes after that traffic stop, a passenger from that car jumped out and started running. Officers chased the suspect, and as they were chasing him, he turned around and started shooting at officers. That suspect this morning, identified as 21-year-old Devontae Dixon, who we're told has a criminal history. As of this morning, he is still on the run, but officers here in the hospital, obviously those tensions remain high, especially from earlier this week coming off the deadly shooting up in Morrow County.
Just drives home 2 days after a deputy was shot and killed. It just drives home to everybody the dangers that officers and deputies face every day. This was just a simple traffic stop.
Those of us who wake up, we put on a gun, we put on a badge. Very unforgiving job, very dangerous job. And today is a perfect example of something, a routine traffic stop, which there is no routine, just becomes 2 officers shot.
Now we're told that suspect Devontae Dixon, again on your screen right now, considered armed and dangerous. Just within the past couple of minutes, we did get some documents from a sentencing agreement back in 2023. We're told that through those documents, he was put on community control and convicted on a series of felonies, including having a gun. Again, he is still on the run and was last seen wearing a gray shirt and camo pants. Now this morning, he's been charged with 1 count of attempted murder, 2 counts of felonious assault, and the sheriff's office is asking anyone with information to reach out to them. Of course, we'll be following this very closely throughout the day, and we'll update you as we learn more. But for now, reporting live outside Grant Medical Center, Amy Steigerwald for 10 TV News.
Amy, thank you.
Somebody want to help Maria? Somebody want to help her with this real quick? I'm busy. I have to give updates real quick. So you guys can help her with this. Somebody asked a good question. Was it Charizard? You're right. I don't know. They're too soft. We need harsher sentencing and crime so we can use that as a deterrent to try to alleviate all this extreme crime that's been happening. It's what they just killed an officer the other day, and now they just shot 2 more. That's just in Ohio. Like, what is happening now with this mass shooting in Washington, in Seattle, in Lakewood, in a park? Guys, I'm afraid what's going to happen later today. Am I going to cover another mass shooting? Am I going to cover another mass shooting tomorrow or the next day? It's heartbreaking. It's truly heartbreaking. I am not sure why I can't send memberships. I wonder, yes, it's because you're on your iPad, correct. Yes, you have to do it from your phone, computer, laptop, or browser on your phone. There's a lot of ways to do it, yeah. But again, you don't have to. You've done enough, Elizabeth, and I love you and I'm grateful for you. Rachel Day, that was a good super chat. I appreciate that. Yes, exactly. Too soft. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a big favor. We are almost there. We just need 50 more likes to hit 700. You guys are killing it in the chat. You too. Thank you so much. Facebook, thank you for the shares. You guys are killing it also too. If you guys missed it earlier, we talked about the mass shooting that took place in Washington. If you missed it, I showed people the event that took place inside the park. 7 people shot. Not cool. Queen Bee with the $9.99 says, thank you for all you do. Get yourself a coffee. It looks like I'm buying a lot of coffee today. Hey, Queen Bee, thank you so much. I will get that coffee. I definitely will. I need coffee. We have a long day today with podcast, a lot. So you guys, your job is to make sure you have time for me, because I'm giving you a lot of this content that it's going to get crazy today. All right? It's going to get crazy today. Queen Bee, thank you so much. How you doing, by the way, Queen Bee? Rewatch it. Yeah, rewatch it. I got a lot of information here. Yeah, the shooting was in a... I'll show you. I'll show you. Here it is. And you see... Oh, wait, that was an old lady. Oh, no. Oh no. Poor, she had to get down like that in the grass. Oh. This poor lady. See, this is why I wish I was a superhero. I wish I was a superhero, man. I just want to save people. She don't deserve this. Look at that. Boom, boom. That was 1, 2 shots. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. And that was after he was recording. Jesus Christ. That's somebody's mother. That's somebody's grandmother, man. It pisses me off so much. So sad, chat. Sarah, thank you so much for the 1999. Sarah. Thank you. Gosh. Thank you for what you do. No, Sarah, thank you for watching me. I'm blessed to have you guys viewing me. This experience. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sarah. How you doing, by the way, Sarah? Thank you for the 1999. How are you? Guys, I know that I stream and show you guys true crime, trending topics, breaking live footage coverage. I do it to inform you, to educate you, to get you in the now. I know that I hope that I'm not ruining your day or bringing any stress, any negativity to your day. I try to make even every podcast as interactive or fun as possible, and it could be quite depressing, and I'm sorry. I know this is depressing, and I'm just so sorry. You know, that's all I have to say, honestly. That's all. Thank you, Sarah. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. All right, guys. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to end it now. I'm going to end this podcast because I have another podcast to do for you. So get ready for that one. Before I go, hit the like button, hit subscribe before you go, or you're going to miss out on all the content. You're going to miss out on the podcast that's coming later today. You're going to miss out on car chases, police chases, what have you, standoffs, barricades. You don't want to miss out on the content. This is your last and final time to do so. So please do it. And I want to thank you so much for watching so much. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today's podcast. Come back in just a couple hours. We have another podcast. Another one. You don't want to miss out, all right? You are a superhero, my friend. Thank you for all you do. Maria, I will be more than that. I promise you. Give me some time. Trust me. Before I leave this earth, I want to know that I'm going out good. You know? Did you say hours? No, Mustard Mom. I'm coming back in like just a few. I promise. A few. I promise. Mustard. You said hours? I'm coming right back. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. I love 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 you. Thank you for watching. Just know that if you're watching, you matter. And I'm going to end it on that. Like I always say, do good and die great. And I'll see you on the next one. In just a few. Couple hours. I promise.